Over 2,500 years ago, in a land of great wealth and power, a prince was born. His name was Siddhartha Gautama. Raised in luxury, shielded from the realities of life, he lived in a palace where every desire was fulfilled. But one day, everything changed. For the first time, Siddhartha saw the truth of existence, aging, sickness, and death. He realized that no amount of wealth could protect him or anyone else from suffering. But then, he saw something different. A wandering monk, calm and serene. This man had given up everything, yet he seemed at peace. Siddhartha wondered, is there a way to free the mind from suffering? Determined to find answers, he left behind his family, his riches, and his royal title. He wandered, seeking wisdom from great teachers, practicing extreme self-denial, believing that starving the body would free the soul. But after years of struggle, he realized that neither extreme luxury nor extreme suffering led to truth. Instead, balance was the key. Under a sacred Bodhi tree, he meditated deeply, until finally, he awakened. He had become the Buddha, the enlightened one. His journey was not just his own, it was a path meant for all who seek truth. The Buddha's teachings continue to guide millions, offering wisdom for a peaceful and meaningful life. Here are 8 life lessons from the Buddha that can transform your life. 1. Suffering is inevitable, but growth is a choice. Suffering is an integral part of the human experience, and the Buddha recognized that it is impossible to avoid pain entirely. Life is full of challenges, loss, and hardship. However, he taught us that while we cannot control the suffering we encounter, we can choose how we respond to it. Growth is an active decision. When faced with difficulties, we can either allow them to break us or use them as opportunities for personal transformation. By embracing our suffering, we learn resilience and develop a deeper understanding of ourselves. Each challenge can become a stepping stone on our path to enlightenment, reminding us that growth is not just a possibility, but a choice we can make every day. 2. Desire is the root of suffering. Desire and attachment are often at the core of our suffering. The Buddha taught that clinging to desires, whether they are for material possessions, relationships, or status, creates a cycle of craving that leads to disappointment. This craving is what keeps us locked in a state of dissatisfaction. To break free from this cycle, we must learn to let go of our attachments and desires. This doesn't mean we should stop wanting things, but rather we should understand the impermanence of our desires. By practicing detachment, we cultivate a sense of inner peace and contentment that is not reliant on external factors. This lesson teaches us that true happiness comes from within, as we learn to appreciate what we have instead of constantly seeking more. 3. The power of mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present and engaged in each moment. The Buddha emphasized the importance of awareness and attention to our thoughts, emotions, and actions. When we practice mindfulness, we develop the ability to observe our experiences without judgment. This awareness helps us recognize patterns in our behavior, allowing us to respond to life's challenges with clarity and calmness rather than reacting impulsively. By incorporating mindfulness into our daily routines through meditation, conscious breathing, or simply paying attention to our surroundings, we can reduce stress, improve our emotional well-being, and enhance our overall quality of life. Mindfulness invites us to experience each moment deeply and fully, fostering a greater appreciation for life itself. 4. Everything is impermanent. Impermanence is a fundamental concept in Buddhism. The Buddha taught that all things are transient, from our thoughts and emotions to the world around us. Understanding this truth allows us to embrace change rather than resist it. When we acknowledge that nothing lasts forever, we can let go of our attachments and fears. This acceptance opens the door to living more fully in the present moment. By practicing awareness of impermanence, we can cultivate a sense of gratitude for the fleeting beauty of life, appreciating each moment as it comes. This lesson encourages us to celebrate life's joys while also preparing us to cope with its inevitable changes and losses, helping us cultivate resilience in the face of adversity. 5. Hatred does not cease by hatred. The Buddha profoundly recognized that hatred and anger only perpetuate suffering and conflict. He taught that these negative emotions can never be overcome by more hatred. Rather, they can only be extinguished by love and understanding. This lesson encourages us to respond to hatred with compassion and empathy. When we encounter anger or hostility, we have a choice. We can either retaliate, further fueling the fire, or we can choose to extend kindness and understanding. By cultivating compassion in our hearts, we break the cycle of violence and create space for healing and reconciliation. This powerful teaching invites us to consider how our responses can either contribute to a cycle of conflict or foster peace and understanding. 6. Your thoughts shape your reality. The Buddha taught that our thoughts hold immense power in shaping our perceptions and experiences. Our minds are like gardens. What we cultivate within them determines the fruits we bear. Positive thoughts can lead to a more fulfilling and joyful life, while negative thoughts can trap us in a cycle of suffering. By cultivating awareness of our thoughts and consciously choosing to nurture positive and uplifting ideas, we can create a reality that aligns with our deepest values and aspirations. This lesson emphasizes the importance of mindfulness in our thinking, encouraging us to challenge negative beliefs and replace them with thoughts that empower and uplift us. When we transform our mindset, we begin to see the world through a more hopeful and positive lens. 7. Happiness comes from within. True happiness is not found in external circumstances, but arises from within ourselves. The Buddha emphasized the importance of self-acceptance, self-compassion, and inner fulfillment in cultivating lasting joy. This lesson teaches us that relying on external validation or material possessions for happiness is ultimately futile. Instead, we must look inward to discover our own sense of worth and joy. By nurturing our inner selves, practicing gratitude, self-reflection, and mindfulness, we can unlock a profound sense of happiness that is independent of the ups and downs of life. This journey towards inner happiness encourages us to appreciate the present moment and cultivate a sense of peace that transcends external circumstances. 8. Speak wisely and kindly. The words we speak carry significant power to uplift or harm. The Buddha urged us to communicate with wisdom, kindness, and compassion. Our speech can create connections and foster understanding or lead to conflict and division. By being mindful of our words, we contribute to a more compassionate world. This lesson encourages us to think before we speak, ensuring that our words align with our values and promote harmony. Practicing kind speech means using our words to encourage, support, and uplift those around us. In a world where words can easily create misunderstandings, speaking wisely and kindly serves as a powerful tool for building relationships and nurturing a sense of community. These 8 life lessons from the Buddha offer profound insights into navigating our lives with wisdom and compassion. As you reflect on these teachings, consider how they can transform your own journey. If you found value in these lessons, we invite you to subscribe to our channel for more insights on mindfulness, personal growth, and Buddhist wisdom. Thank you for watching, and may you find peace and happiness within.